Have you ever stopped and really thought about this stuff you use every day, where it all comes from? Well, we're about to pull back the curtain on the incredible, secret journey of, well, your stuff.
I mean, just think about the phone in your pocket. It wasn't just made in one place. Its journey is this massive global puzzle, with thousands of people and parts coming together from all over the world just to create that one device.
That journey literally crossed oceans and continents, and this whole incredible process, that's what we call the global supply chain. To really understand how this complex system works today, we actually need to rewind the clock a bit.
All right, let's start at the very beginning. We're talking way before computers, before engines, back when getting something from point A to point B was a huge adventure.
For centuries, if you wanted something like silk, it meant a super slow and really dangerous trip on camels across mountains and deserts. Then, bam, the 18th century rolls around and the steam engine changes everything. All of a sudden, ships and trains could carry way more goods, much faster and farther than ever, opening up trade for more than just the super rich.
But you know, the biggest leap forward wasn't some new engine or a faster ship. It was something way, way simpler. Believe it or not, it was just a metal box.
See, before these containers, loading a ship was a total nightmare. Every single item had to be loaded by hand. It was slow and super expensive. But these standardized boxes, they were a game changer. Now, giant cranes can just lift an entire box off a ship and pop it onto a truck in minutes. It made everything incredibly fast and way, way cheaper.
And get this. Right now, as we speak, there are millions of these containers moving across our oceans. It's like a constant 24/7 river of goods that connects the entire planet.
Okay, so that's how we got here. But how does this incredible system work today? What does this whole global web actually look like?
So when you hear the term global supply chain, here's what it means. Think of it like a massive planet-sized team project. It's not just one factory making something. It's this huge network of different companies in different countries all working together, from digging the raw materials out of the ground all the way to delivering the final product to you.
A single smartphone is the perfect example. The journey starts with mining raw materials. Then, those materials go to another country to be turned into tiny components. After that, all those different parts get shipped to yet another country for final assembly. From there, it's shipped to warehouses across the world before it finally lands in a store near you. It's like a perfectly choreographed global dance.
And what holds this all together? Technology. It's basically the brains of the entire operation. You've got software that can predict what we'll want to buy, GPS that guides ships and trucks along the fastest routes, and even robots in warehouses, sorting and packing our orders. Okay, so this system is incredibly complex and efficient, right? But it's also surprisingly fragile. What happens when just one single link in that chain breaks? Well, a great way to think about it is like a long row of dominoes. If one single piece falls, it can trigger a chain reaction that brings everything to a halt. A small problem in one corner of the world can suddenly cause massive delays for everyone else. Many companies use something called just-in-time delivery. This means parts show up at the factory exactly when they're needed. It saves a ton of money on storage, but it's like walking a tightrope. If one truck gets stuck in traffic or a storm delays a ship, the entire production line can just stop. So, for example, imagine a huge storm rolls in. All of a sudden, thousands of containers packed with everything from toys to electronics are just stuck offshore, waiting for the weather to clear. Or what about a fire in a single factory? It might seem like a small deal, but if that factory is the only place that makes a crucial little part, it can shut down assembly lines thousands of miles away that depend on it. And of course, natural disasters like earthquakes or floods can cut off a critical link in the global chain in an instant. This can cause shortages of all kinds of things for months.
And on top of all that, there's the environmental cost. All this shipping burns massive amounts of fuel, and the packaging creates mountains of plastic waste. So finding greener solutions is one of the biggest challenges for the future.
But the story of the supply chain is far from over. In fact, we're on the verge of some incredible changes. So what does the future hold? Well, what if trucks and ships drove themselves? I mean, autonomous vehicles could operate 24/7 without ever needing a break, making shipping faster and even more efficient.
And for those last few miles to your house, could drones be the answer? Imagine ordering something and having it arrive at your doorstep in just a matter of minutes.
Here's a really wild one. What if you could 3D print products right in your own home? This could completely revolutionize manufacturing, making some supply chains much, much shorter.
The factory of the future could be right in your living room.
Ultimately, all of these new ideas are about one thing: creating a global trade system that's faster, smarter, and more sustainable. It's about building a future where the journey of our stuff is as amazing as the stuff itself.
From the ancient Silk Road to maybe a drone at your doorstep, the journey of our stuff is really a story of human creativity. And as technology keeps getting better, it's exciting to think about what the next chapter of this incredible story is going to look like.